Hi, welcome to the fifth transport talk. The fifth transport talk will be with Danique Ton. She is a postdoctoral research in active mode research and is also working for the Dutch Railway Company. Danique, how can you describe active mode research?
Yes, hi Stijn, welcome to my home office. Active mode research is basically everything that has to do with walking and cycling. So my own research interests are more on a strategic level. So why do people decide to walk or cycle? And can we understand that? Can we steer upon it? But also what role does walking and cycling have in people's daily life and daily mobility pattern? If they decide to cycle, how do they choose their routes? Can we understand that and steer upon it? So that's basically what my research has been so far, but some of my colleagues have also looked at the operational behavior of cyclists. So the behavior of a cyclist at a traffic light or at an intersection, the speed of traffic lights, the speed of cyclists in different densities. So if you're with more cyclists, does that impact your speed? So it's a large variety of research on active modes in our active mode lab.
You did recently a research for the Dutch Railways, how the behavior of travelers was influenced by the virus and all the corona measures. Can you tell me something more about it?
Yes, in collaboration with NS, we started a research among train travelers. Had some expectations regarding loss of travelers and wanted to know a bit more about why that is. This was also due, of course, to this intelligent lockdown that our government imposed, which basically meant people were not allowed to travel on public transport unless they had to. So we set up a very large-scale survey, which is still ongoing, by the way, because, of course, we are not yet done with Corona. And we distributed it amongst the panel of the Dutch Railways. 46,000 people have replied to this survey. And we asked them questions about their behavior in a week in pre-Corona time and a week during the intelligent lockdown. So how much do they travel with different modes? What kind of activities do they do? But next to this objective travel behavior, we also wanted to know a bit the reasoning behind it. So what were they experiencing? How did they change their mind over time? And what do they expect towards the future? So there's a variety of topics that has been discussed in this survey. And actually with each new period, let's call it a period, in Corona time, like we started again in the 1st of June with a new timetable, a full timetable of the Dutch Railways. This loosening of measures basically means that people are more free to travel, free to behave how they wanted to behave again. This also impacts, of course, their experiences and their intentions. So we're going to do multiple surveys among the same group to basically monitor how this changes over time, so that NS and then the rest of the Netherlands is well prepared for all the changes towards the new normal.
And what are your expectations for the future in first mile and last mile mobility?
Well, in the survey, we found that currently people are avoiding the bus, tram, and metro as a first and last mile access and egress to train stations. That is not fully, as in some people still travel with this mode, but they have changed a bit towards the walking and cycling, and also being a passenger in a car, as this means that you have a more private situation. Of course, if this situation continues and we get more train travelers again, then of course we have this capacity issue also at bike parkings. So if everyone that was to be in a bus now moves to the bike, there's going to be an issue in the bike parking, which means that there's an inconvenience, and so they will probably head back to the bus. So I guess in the end, it's going to be a bit of a balance regarding what it is previously.
Difficult to predict, I heard.
Yes, very difficult to predict.
Yes, thank you, Danique. Good luck with your research. I'm looking forward for the results. And this was the 5th Transport Talk. Subscribe to the LinkedIn of the Transport Institute to keep up to date with all the research and all the transport talks of the past. And have a nice day.